Alex Darwall is a wealthy landowner who recently won a court case removing the right to wild camp in Dartmoor National Park, making it now illegal to wild camp everywhere in England and Wales. He then struck a deal with the DMPA to funnel taxpayer money into his pocket in return for granting permission to camp on Dartmoor, which was our assumed right until he removed it from us.
I'm unashamed, we try to make money.
So I decided to camp on his estate, as close to his house as I could get. Join me as I ask the locals what they think of him. Come close to getting busted. Oh, there's a van there. Ring the doorbell to ask for an interview, and even come face to face with his wife. Who's that? Is that Mrs. Darwall? Right, so I'm parked here, and here we've got a public footpath leading straight through Darwall's estate, and his house should be just in this valley here. Let's check it out. So all of this is Darwall's estate, all of that leading up into the moors which you can't quite see beyond there. His house is in this valley somewhere, can't quite see it from here, but looking at the footpath app, it passes really close to his house, probably within 100 meters or two. So we should be able to get a glimpse at it, and I should be able to ring his doorbell. So that's the keeper's cottage over here, and there's a little sign on this gate. Please leave van here and walk down to house, difficult turning, wheelbarrow available. So that's the keeper's house in there. You can see where I am. This is the public footpath, and his house is in there. So public footpath down there. Here it says private, no public right of way. It's like a little village up there, and what's this down here? That's a little house. So this must be the footpath. So this footpath is actually one I hadn't discovered on the app. It's coming in towards his house. So let's see where this leads. Whoa. Hello. Some really beautiful English countryside around here, but we're getting closer and closer to this Blachford Lake, which is just here, which is where Darwall's house is. Okay, so that has brought me down here. I'm pretty close to this main driveway, which was the main one we saw from the street, which comes up here, and that's Darwall's house there. So this public footpath, I think, comes to here and goes up here. I'm going to see if I can get across to here, if it's all open and I don't need to jump any fences or gates. Actually, I can see that road right there. That one there, that's the main road, the main driveway into the house, which is up behind these trees somewhere. Cool, let's get it. So there's no signs, but I assume this is the public footpath going up this way. But the gate to this field's open, and that's the driveway right there. Let's walk up to it. God, it's nice round here. Oh, I think I've just found Darwall's house. There she is. Jeez. Well, here we are with Darwall's house in the background. I'm thinking of just popping my tent here with the house in the background. That would make a good thumbnail. Probably get caught there though. But I think I'm all good here. So this is where that first driveway leads, and it was all open. So I think this all has public access, whereas beyond this gate says private. Please do not intrude. So I shall respect those wishes. There he is. Mr. Darwall's probably in there right now. Well, I found the house. We're on the estate. I think this is as close as I can legally get. I might be able to, if I follow, see, I just came in through this gate here. If I follow that up there, I might be able to get a little closer to the house. So maybe let's check that out. Might catch a glimpse of Darwall sneering out the window at me, thinking bloody peasants on my land, money, money, money.
I'm unashamed, we try to make money.
Right, let's try up here. Oh, this might be the end of this public footpath. But look, we got a little closer. Ah, there's some of his cattle. They look like Devon rubies, those red ones. About Not as friendly as Darwall, those cows. And there is Le Mansion. Yeah, I think that might be as close as I'm getting to Mr. Darwall's house. Although, I'm actually surprised I got this close. So I reckon let's go back onto this green bit up here and we'll set our tent up. You'd have thought though that seeing as he's getting so much taxpayer money, he could at least keep the place, you know, tidy. It's an estate. Ow, barbed wire. Right, so this is Darwall's estate house right here. I think this is the closest I'm going to be able to get to it. The whole property is surrounded by this barbed wire and metal fencing. So I think right here is going to be the spot I'm going to camp tonight. I might wait a couple hours till it gets a bit darker, so it's not screamingly obvious, because anyone looking out a front window right now will see me and my camera. But I'm definitely going to be ringing that doorbell and trying to ask Darwall some questions. So I think I'll wait till dusk and then set up my tent right here. So I got bored waiting for dusk and I went to the local pub. Some of the locals had some quite interesting takes on Darwall. Do you know Alex Darwall?
Oh, I do. He's a
Is that the general consensus around here?
pretty much.
I'm back now, so let's get this tent set up. I can actually see quite well under the moonlight, but I don't think you guys can. So I'll use the flashlight where possible to show you what I'm doing, but I really don't want to get caught, so I'll try and minimize it. So let's get this tent set up pronto. What the fuck? Darth Vader in the house. Darwall Vader. Don't look at me like that. It might not look like it, but I promise I've been camping before. I don't know. It only took me about 2 hours, but I've got the outer shell up. This is the worst tent in the world. Absolute abomination. I bet Darwall could have even set up a tent better than this, and he's probably never camped a day in his life. I forgot to go to the shop to get dinner, but luckily, in my van I had the most English meal ever possible. A tin of baked beans and a packet of Uncle Ben's Mexican rice. This couldn't be more British, could it? It's really crazy to think that such a harmless activity like wild camping can be made illegal just on the whim of a wealthy landowner. It makes you think, are our rights really that solid, or are they just there till a wealthy landowner comes along and tries to shuffle them about? I want to switch off this flashlight because it's drawing a lot of attention to me. I'm going to eat me dinner, go to bed, and I'll see you at dawn. Oh, there's a van there. The van just went in. Oops. So this is what happens when you set up a tent in the dark that you've never set up before. Oh, there's a dog walker there as well. Can you see that? Who's that? Is that Mrs. Darwall? I think that might be Mrs. Darwall there. Damn, I wish I'd seen her. Hey, Mrs. Darwall. It's kind of crazy seeing her, the owner of all of this. 4,000 acres, owned by one couple. The vastness of it. The dog has absolutely no idea about the concept of land ownership. It just runs through these fields. It doesn't know whether its owners own them or whether they belong to someone else. At the end of the day, they're just fields and hills that should be accessible to all, especially in a national park. What an abomination. So I was just having a wee in this van, drove all the way up through this field and up through there. Didn't notice my tent though. Didn't notice it at all. He just said, all right mate, didn't ask me what I was doing, nothing. Chilly sleepover at the Darwalls. I'm gonna pack my tent up. I'm gonna ring the doorbell, see if I can get an interview. And then I'm out of here. Well, my tent's been packed away. Wonder if they're curtain twitching right now. Only one thing left to do. Ring the doorbell. Come on, Alex. Let's have a chat, mate. Hello. Guess he's not that chatty. Guess he's leaving us out in the cold. God, this is like some Scottish estate that the royal family live on. Well, thanks for having me, Mr. and Mrs. Darwall. Good luck to you in your adventures in camping. And thank you guys for watching the last 3 videos. Hopefully this petition will make it to 100,000 signatures to enshrine into law rights to roam and wild camp across the UK. If everyone watching the last few videos signed it, it would be in Parliament by now. So what you waiting for? Make sure you're subscribed and I'll see you next time.